Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, I'm recording on the 26th of September at around 6:54 a.m. in the morning. It's pretty early in the day, but my God, the market looks absolutely fantastic. It's jumped up more than 1.6% on the NASDAQ futures. So things are looking absolutely amazing. At the same time, very scary for the average retail investor who was thinking that probably we'll start seeing the worst of the year in the month of October, and on the run up to options expiries, and on the run up to critical economic data. So things are looking absolutely crazy. We'll try to make sense of it and try to keep our composure so that we don't end up taking any rash decisions and losing money. At least that's my objective. Again, these are my personal opinion, not financial advice. So buckle up. Let's get started after the disclaimer. Welcome back, friends. What I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. I was absolutely surprised when I woke up in the morning and had a look at the NASDAQ futures. So first, let us start off with the headlines where you can already see the futures out here. You'll see that NASDAQ futures is up 1.46%. Typically, NASDAQ has been lagging as compared to S&P, and S&P is just 0.81 plus. So something funny is happening, and because we are very close to Friday, I am thinking that it's possibly a short squeeze at play, which may not be long-lived. So typically, one of two things could happen. We have the short squeeze and then we end into a horrible month of October, or maybe we have the short squeeze and the market is cured and we consolidate a little bit and start moving upwards. Moving upwards is not something I have seen predominantly in historical data. And of course, when you buy mutual funds, they always say past performance does not assure future performance. So whatever happened in the past in the market may not necessarily happen in the future. So it gets a little bit confusing. We'll try to see if we can get further clues. Speaking about further clues, I'm looking at this headline out here. Major global chip stocks rally on Micron's 15% surge, and Micron shares surge after upbeat first quarter forecast due to AI demand for memory chips. Now, these are two news items that's going to give a boost to the semiconductor sector. And semiconductor sector, if you notice, had been very sluggish in the last week or so. And this could be also partly contributing to the huge jump that we are seeing today, because all those people who had been circumspect about the prospects of semiconductors might now get on board. And the other item that catches my mind is basically Etihad reveals $7 billion investment plan over 5 years will retrofit old Boeing jets. So this seems to be a way of helping out Boeing. Old Boeing jets were really good, and retrofit is going to push money into that sector. With more interest rate cuts, market volatility on the horizon, what investors can do to prepare. So everybody is focusing on potential market volatility. So I won't write off the October forecast that I have made based on historical trends. So we'll see what happens out there. Now, with that said, we have some key data coming up at around 8:30 a.m. Durable goods orders, GDP growth rate, quarter-over-quarter final, and we have a speech by Fed Chair Powell at 9:20, which follows the speech by Fed Collins and Kugler. And all these events could have some impact on today's market. And also we have core PCE, personal income, month over month, and personal spending coming on September 27th. These are all important data points, and they will definitely have an impact on the market. Now let's look at the stock market heat map, and we can see that there was a sea of red yesterday, and that's what surprises me even more when I see a 1.65% jump on NASDAQ futures, because this seems to indicate that the market either has abandoned all caution, or there is a huge short squeeze going on and that's driving up the prices. We'll find out what it is. As a retail investor, I don't think I have an idea of what is happening out here, but those are my speculations that probably a short squeeze is taking place. And we had seen that even energy had gone red. Consumer defensive was still a little green, but yeah, I can't make sense out of this, so I'm just going to skip this this and go ahead to the TradingView platform, I'm looking at NASDAQ futures, and NASDAQ futures are up 1.47%, clearly breaking above this resistance of 2024.25, and that too in a very strong manner, because if you see the amount of jump we have had, 1.48%, eclipses what we had done in the last 2 days, or even for that matter last 3 days. So things are looking pretty good from the NASDAQ futures perspective. And if I look at QQQ is up 1.43% pre-market, and it has almost completed the gap fill that I was pointing out yesterday and day before. So we have this gap fill which will act as a magnet and pull us upwards if we break this line of resistance. I think that has happened today. I'm not going to change this line of resistance to support yet, because I want to see what happens when the market opens. We cannot go 100% by pre-market action, so that's why I would do that. And then I'm going into the indicators, and we will take a quick look at S&P 500, and you can see S&P 500 had a dip yesterday, but this morning, as you saw in the news out here, you can see that S&P futures are up 0.84%. So it's a whiplash kind of activity going on out here, and that's likely to take off the average retail investor, scare them off. We have to keep our eye on the price, and we'll see how we'll navigate this. Let's look at what gold is doing. Gold is again up 0.75%, still at all-time highs. XLY by XLP shows a lot of consumer confidence because we are still up. And we look at the VIX. The VIX is down 1.30% pre-market, looking good. And if you look at put-call ratio is at 0.765, absolutely bullish in my opinion, as bullish as it could get. And then let's go on to look at AI. We are looking at Google, which is up 1.29% pre-market, clearly jumping over this resistance out here, which is at 164.49. And we are at 165.10 right now. This is absolutely amazing. And we look at Tesla, which is up 1.47 pre-market, again breaking through a key resistance at 255.91. Apple has jumped 0.57%, and Meta is up 1.58% pre-market. Amazon, okay, let's talk about Meta. Meta is still marching towards our reverse head and shoulder target of around 630. And then we have Amazon, which is up 1.04% pre-market. Microsoft is up 0.72% pre-market. AMD is up 2.15% pre-market. Palantir is up 0.86% pre-market. FNGU is up 3.57% pre-market. That is absolutely fantastic, and it's forming a kind of double bottom, I would say. And then we have Broadcom, which is up 1.82%. This is a semiconductor boost that we got from Micron. Oracle is up 1.05% pre-market. Micron is up 15.20% pre-market. Friends, there is a huge gap up from here to here. Those of you who are holding Micron, congratulations to you. You have made big money overnight. $14.68 overnight per share. That's amazing. Then we have Cloudflare, which is up 1.52% pre-market. And we have NVIDIA, which is up 2.12% pre-market, clearly back on top of the saddle, on top of the bull channel. So I'm going to pull the bull channel up further so that we can have more runway out here. Our next challenge is going to be 126.20. We are at 126.13. So it's just a matter of a little bit of jumps here and there. Qualcomm is up 2.49% pre-market. SMCI is up 2.04% pre-market. ARM Holdings is up 3.41% pre-market. ASML is up 4.75% pre-market. Intel is also up 2.89 pre-market. and we have FNGD dropping 3.59%, and then we have SMH, which is a semiconductor equity ETF. It's gone up 3.07% pre-market. Clearly we have a double bottom out here, so I'm going to go out on a limb and try to predict where semiconductor index should go to. I'm going to take the lowest point out here, go to what I consider to be the neckline, and then I will clone this, and I'm going to put a different color here and pull this out, place it just on top here. Approximately we are looking at 290 to 293 is the range that I think is the target for a semiconductor ETF. Now the question is it going to happen immediately or over the next 3 months? It could take next 3 months for that matter. So this is still viable in my opinion. And then let's go on to genomics. PACB is up 3.14%. IMTX has got no trades pre-market. Bluebird Bio is up 6.69%. It's a smart recovery out here. Still, the vitals are all very weak. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 2.32%. Prime is up 0.29% pre-market. Allogene has no trades pre-market. Iowa has been flat pre-market. mRNA is up 1.12% pre-market. Beam Therapeutics is flat pre-market. Intelia is up 1.72% pre-market. Editas is up 1.18% pre-market. Altimmune is up 2.17% pre-market. Caribou Biosciences is showing no trades pre-market. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 2.22% pre-market. Bionanogenomics is up 3.49% pre-market. ARCG is up 1.09% pre-market. Grail is up 1.79% pre-market. Illumina is up 1.49% pre-market, still staying on top of this diagonal line of support from a previous wedge. So that's the positive news for this morning. Verve is up 0.21% pre-market. And if I look at CRISPR's performance with regard to QQQ, it's still underperforming QQQ. And with regard to performance against ARC, I think we are kind of dropping against ARCG, but we are slightly better than we were yesterday, because if you took the pre-market action into consideration, where we have a jump of 1.12, you see this thin orange line out here. This is where we are today. So I would say that today CRISPR Therapeutics has so in conclusion, I would say that it's really welcome to see Nasdaq futures jump significantly, around 1.45%. I hope the steam remains until the market opens, and after that it could possibly be a short squeeze taking place, because Friday is very close to us, or maybe some people know what economic data to expect. We can't rule that out, and probably they are positioning themselves ahead of the market to take a gain. Maybe we are getting economic data that is indicating a soft landing because the market fears a recession. So a soft landing kind of a reading could potentially send us up, and maybe smart money is positioning itself ahead of time. Only the next 48 hours will tell us what's going to happen, because the actual data will unfold in 48 hours. So I would still, my own personal opinion is that I'm not getting into the market right now. I'm very tempted to jump into FNGU and do a short-term trade for today, but I'm going to resist that temptation. I've got a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. I'm going to look at the volatile October and probably start buying closer to the last week of October in order to capitalize on the long-term bullish trend. So we are still in a bullish trend long-term, but I'm expecting volatility in October based on historical records. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Share your ideas and strategies in the comment section. It will benefit me and the entire ShareTreck community. Remember, we are a retail investor channel, and we have to share intelligence with each other so that we can start getting a better handle on the market and do better in the years ahead. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.